Mm. Hello, welcome. Welcome to AfriScope TV. And today is I will call it AfriScope afternoon edition, right? AfriScope afternoon edition. Welcome, 100% true. Hello, I see. Yes. Um. So, guys, if you are joining in, make sure you like the video, share, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Sorry, we're having some low shedding. No, it's not actually low shed. I think low current. Um, yeah. So today's topic is about Mansa Musa. I know you all know about the great Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire. So I have an ancestor who actually descended from. I mean, who is from the Mali Empire. But at the end of the day, that history doesn't do us any good. Like there are histories that when you listen to carefully, you'll be proud of yourself. But this type of history, this history of great Mansa Musa and the wealth that he has or controls, I just yeah yes, and the wealth that he controls, Mansa Musa, I think I mean, at this age or this day and age, I just feel so embarrassed that I'm an African listening to that story that there was a great man that existed here in Africa before who was the richest man of all. But in today's time, we have nothing to show for it. The descendants have nothing to show for it. And I'm one of their descendants. And so if I'm talking about this, I feel so ashamed, yes, so embarrassed that this great man existed in Africa, but yet still we have nothing to show for it. So before anything else, let me just talk about Mansa Musa a bit. A lot of you will want to know who the great Mansa Musa is. So the great Mansa Musa is, I would say, the ninth Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire. Mansa is the name of the throne or the throne. Just like we have kingdoms which the rulers have a name that is assigned to the throne. Like they will say, um, I don't know if any, but in Africa, right, the name, the stools or the kingdoms, the rulers have a particular name. Sorry for the background noise. Okay, so the rulers of many of these kingdoms have a name, and the name is the name Mansa was the name of the first ruler of that king of the Mali kingdom. So the subsequent kings of the kingdom of the Mali Empire, they also have to have that name attached to their real name. So the Musa is the name of this particular king or this emperor I'm talking about currently. But the name Mansa is the name of the stool, right? So, talking about Musa, Musa was the ninth Mansa of the Mali Empire, which reached its territorial peak during his reign. Accordingly, Musa is known for his wealth and has sometimes been called the wealthiest person in history. um, his riches came from the mining of significant gold and salt deposits in the Mali Empire, along with the slave and ivory trade. At that time, the Musa's accessions to the throne, um, Mali, in, let me just say, Mali in large part consisted of the territory of the former Ghana Empire, which Mali had conquered. The Mali Empire consisted of land that is is now known to be part of Guinea, Senegal, Mauritania, and the Gambia, and the modern day state of Mali. So Musa went on Hajj to Mecca. This is where the story becomes so bitter. This is where the story becomes so bitter, right? They said, listen carefully, oh. Musa went on Hajj to Mecca in 1324, traveling with an enormous entourage and a vast supply of gold. En route, he spent time in Cairo, where his lavish gift giving is said to have noticeably affected the value of gold in Egypt and garnered the attention of the wider Muslim world. Musa expanded the borders of the Mali Empire, in particular incorporating the cities of Gao, Timbuktu into its territory. He sought to he sought closer ties with the rest of the Muslim world, particularly Mamluk and the Marinid Sultanate. I don't know what that is. He he recruited scholars from the wider Muslim world to travel to Mali, such as the Andalusian poet sorry, I don't want to mention this. I don't want to curse. I don't want to curse you guys by reading these crazy names, right? But let me just cut it short. So you've heard it right. The man has so much gold, and all he could do with that gold is to travel all the way across the ocean to what? Mecca, a place where people don't look like you. You travel all across Africa, all the way to Mecca, just to go and give your gold out. This is a sad story. Does it mean that Africans by then don't know the value of gold? Does it mean that we don't like? This is a sad story, and it's shameful. Today, in those places in Mali, as the descendants of the great whatever Musa, a piece of gold, even a piece, just a sand, like, they won't give you. They don't have it. And that's why I am here to talk about that. That's a crazy story. And people are proud. The richest man came from Africa. The richest man was a fool. Let's talk about it. A fool who traveled all across the ocean, traveled all across the Mediterranean, that harsh Mediterranean, to Egypt, all the way across Egypt to the to Mecca, that's Saudi Arabia, just to go and give all the gold that he worked for. People work so hard to mine in Africa. Traveling with, let me tell you, there are things that I, in particular, I will never be proud of. I will never be proud of. When have you heard in history that people travel all the way from Saudi Arabia to Africa to come and give their riches to us just like that? The Arabs will not give you their riches just like that. They are coming to build. Let me tell you, the ones that I know here in Ghana, when they come, they are building mosques because they want you to convert to their faith. They want you to convert to their faith. None of them will give you a speck of gold. None of them will give you their Arab men. None of them are fools to give you gold. They'll build you mosques. They'll convert you to Islam they'll convert you to Islam. They want you to become Muslims so that you'll be traveling to Mecca and go and be giving your riches to them. And they build all the fancy places. And then what? Our brothers and sisters who travel all the way here to become slaves over there, claiming they get jobs over there, and then they kill some of them, they kill them. They abuse them anyhow. And now we are here talking about Mansa Musa. He is the richest man in Africa. Please lay low. Don't be saying that. If you guys, if you are watching me and you are part of that, those people who go around just saying everything, oh, the richest man is from Africa. No, he was a fool who traveled all, who collected all the golds in those empire and travel all the way across Africa to Middle East to go and give it out to people who don't care about you, to people who they don't even look like you in the first place. You didn't give, you travel all across. I mean, I'm happy that, I mean, they were able to give something to Egypt, even though back then Egyptians were the same Arab. Okay, were people from the Syriac regions and all those people from maybe part of Europe that travel in and interbreeded with the locals there. Even back then in the 13th century or whatever, yes, the people there were still not black. They were not totally black. They might have some admixture, but they were not totally black. But I'm grateful that Musa was able to give something to Cairo people in Cairo. But at the end of the day, most of the gold was given as a gift to who? Most of the gold was given as a gift to Arabs who don't look like you. Today they have the gold. They have gold to put it on their teeth. They have golden rings. They have golden bands. They have golden everything. How many of us have those golden things to show off? Let me take a look at some of the comments from 100% True. Yeah, there must there must have been something that he got in return. I don't know. He got what he got is Allah. Allah. He got what he got is Allah. He went there to pray. Can't you hear the name Musa? Musa is not an indigenous Mali name. Musa is an Arab name. Maybe Mansa is a local indigenous name. Yes, Mansa, I'm sure. Mansa is a name, it's an African name. But Musa is not an African name. So he traveled all across just to worship a God and give all his God has, let me tell you, some I don't know why some people fool a lot. God has given you the riches so that you can use. Why will you take all the riches and go and be giving it to your fellow human being, thinking you are giving it to God? God doesn't want gold. God has already blessed you with gold. Use the gold for yourself. Okay, let me just here. That's what modern day billionaires do. They gave their wealth to charities and politics. No, let me tell you, modern day billionaires, they don't actually do this. It's strategy. Modern day billionaires are very strategic in their way of giving. Why do you think they don't take their money and give it directly to the people? Most of the billionaires don't take their money and give it to people directly. They use brands like UN. They use brands, right? They use brand, even their own brand. So whilst they are giving, they are also promoting their brand. They are not fools. Modern day billionaires, they don't give like that. They are actually promoting their brand, and in return, they want you to continue buying from them. They want their customers to be loyal, and they want to expand their customer base. So a lot of these billionaires, they give strategically. They don't just give anyhow. Okay, okay. Let me just pick this one. I know I've explained this really well. Look carefully. Modern day billionaires, they are very, yes, they don't just give anyhow. They actually um have principles. They want to increase their customer base. They want to also have their customers, they want their customers to be loyal to them. And that's why when they are giving strategically. They want to promote their brand, and that's why they rally behind other brands or themselves. They, you know, maybe story for another time. I will talk about billionaires, okay, how they give, right? But Afrisco, you are speaking out of the benefits of retrospect. Back then, you don't know what kind of relationship they had. No, The relationship is purely based on the fact that he's a Muslim and he's traveling to pray to God and offer gifts to God. He wants blessings from Allah, so he's going to give to Allah in Mecca. Allah can only be found in Mecca. So he traveled all across the desert, across Egypt, to the Mediterranean. Yeah, not the Mediterranean, to the hot Middle East, that is Saudi Arabia, just to pray and thank God and also give to God, Allah. Yes, that is just it. Let me pick the last comment from 100% True. They said, um, I wish a lot of people will be here to actually chime in on this topic because a lot of them, I've heard a lot of people on panels and they're like, the richest man came from Africa. No, the richest man was a fool. He traveled with the resources of Africa and gave it to people. Pray, saying, giving it to God. Which God? Allah, giving it to Allah. How will you travel across the Mediterranean with the resources of Africa? And you travel all across just to go and give it to God. God has blessed you with the resource. Even if you can't use it, why can't you share it with the people in your empire? Right? When you say to go and worship God, that's a little disrespectful. No, that is it. That's the truth. It's not disrespectful. What is more disrespectful is poverty in those places now. Have you? Let's read 100% true. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I want you after the show go and do your research about Mali. Currently, there's there's nothing to write home about Mali. This is the places where they talk about the great this, the great that, and the great this, and there's nothing to show for it. The people are starving, they are hungry, their lands are dry. Our people, they are suffering more than the people here in Ghana. After all, we are not employed, we don't get paid, we don't get government assistance, but at the end of the day, our environment is a little bit peaceful for us. We can farm. Over there is severe drought. Most of the lands, you can't farm on it anymore. And that's why it's hurtful. It's more disrespectful for my king to travel all across the desert with the resources of our own people and go and give it to some people else. That is more disrespectful, brother. So let's put these things into perspective. I am hurt when I read this history. You can say, he was stingy, whatever. Let me tell you. And that is why when it comes to this religion, right? So actually the name Mansa is actually a Mende. Yes, it's a Mande name. Yes. I tell you, so I wanted to read more about this person because we've heard about Sanjata, we've heard about the names like Ibn Battuta, we heard about Sari Jata. A lot of these people say Mali Jata, Tito, whatever. Let me tell you, one of the things that I'm hurt about is not really about his lineage. It's not about his lineage, but it's actually about the fact that we Africans, not all Africans, but the people in authority, do they really care about the future of their own people? Because I don't think they think like that. If there was this hugely rich person, let me tell you today, let me tell you carefully. England, right? They stole and reaped the world. But that was years ago, past millennia ago. But guess what? They are still rich. They are still the world that they've stolen from other places, right? All that they've stolen from other is still keeping them rich. That should tell you that wealth supposed to benefit your people, not other people somewhere. We don't need to, right? We don't need to. Our wealth needed to benefit us. Yes, thanks for coming now. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Yes. So it's time to talk. Let me tell you. Let's stop celebrating leaders that care less about us. Leaders that wouldn't invest nothing in our lives. Let's stop celebrating them. Yes, it's high time we stop celebrating these people. How can a great ruler take our resources and go and give it to people who don't look like you? So, guys, there is nothing to be proud about when it comes to this great Mansa Musa. If you are one of them who be like, oh, the richest man came from Africa, please correct yourself. There is, I mean, how can we say this? That the one's richest man ruling the richest kingdom in Africa travel across the ocean, not even across the ocean, travel across the Mediterranean all the way to Middle East just to give out all most of his resources just to a god in the sky. That's shameful. It's shameful. And if you don't understand what that is like, what do you think people from those places will think of us? They'll be looking down on us. They'll be like, uh-huh. That is why we are not being respected wherever we go. Who cares about you? Nobody. Nobody cares. Because your own people will take resources that's supposed to be invested down for you. They took it and gave it to an Arab man out there. They are giving it to God and they are using it to develop themselves. I mean, what you see in those places, they use gold to decorate their houses, to decorate their faces, their teeth, their whatever. How many of us have gold? Am I wearing gold? No. Would I like to wear gold? I would like to have gold. I would like to wear gold on my wrist at least. But I don't. I don't have it. I don't have it to wear. So let's change the way we do things, right? Let's change it. Let's change it. If you are among those people, okay, if you have the DNA of Mansa Musa in your vein, and whatever God has given you to bless your people with, you take it and go and give to somebody thinking that you are giving it to God. It's better you change the way you act. Better you change from that. It's not right. That's wickedness. That's generational wickedness. So if you are one of them, you have the spirit or you have the DNA of Mansa Musa, please work on yourself because we cannot we cannot be working for others, right? Let your own people benefit from your resources. Yes, let them benefit. Make sure you let your own people benefit from your resource. Yes, I've said enough, but I think is it enough to make you change? What I've said, is it enough to make us change? Because change is what I want. I'm not here just to talk for free or just to talk anyhow. I'm here to talk for change. It's time we think about our own. It's time we use our God given brains. Nature has given you the wealth. Bless as a king, bless your people. All of you watching me are king in your own right. You might be a king of your household, you might be a queen of your household. Please, your resources are given to you to help build your people. Build your people. That is what nature will judge you. That is what God will judge you about. Not that God has already given you the resources so that you can use it to benefit yourself and the people around you. Not to go and give it to an invisible, no, go and give it to people who claim that when you give it to them, then you are giving it to God in the sky. No, that is why I hate. That is why I'm not liking this history about this Musa guy, who great what Mansa. Mansa for what reason? People are like, oh, he's the richest man from Africa. No, the richest man. What did he do with the resources? He sent most of his gold and all the jewelry traveling across the Mediterranean just to go and give it out, and that's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right. As a ruler, you have to think wisely. You are a god. A ruler is also like a god. A god is also having a god, of course. But at the end of the day, as a ruler, you have a big duty to invest in, not to give to protect your people, to make sure that your people are satisfied, to invest into the future of your people. But this particular Mansa Musa decided to travel with all the resources of his people, of his kingdom, and go and give it out. I know it might not be all, but the amount of resources that was shown, displayed, or talked about in history that he actually gave out to people who don't even are not his people, who don't care about his people, the amount of resources he gave to these people, and today they are still rich. It worked like magic. I think religion worked like magic on a lot of Africans. Yes, it worked like magic. Tell them religion, and they'll give all their resources to you. That's like that. It's unfair, guys. It's unfair. I don't know how many people know about this and they don't talk about it. How many people don't talk about this? How many people don't talk about this? We need to talk about these guys. Okay, if you are one of the reason I'm here to talk about Master Musa is not because I hate Master Musa. I want us. You might be having the DNA of those of the people that like just like I have an ancestor, a grandfather who is from the Mali. Okay, I have people from Mali. So if you are having the DNA in you, it's better work. You have to work for your people. Whatever you have needs to benefit your people. No, don't give it to other people who are not yours. Right. The goal as a ruler, the goal is supposed to benefit your people. Nowadays in Saudi Arabia, they have a lot of gold to show. They have golden watches, golden phones, golden tooth, golden everything is gold because these are the gold. Gold lasts forever. I mean, sorry, nothing lasts forever though. But gold will be there even when people that Mansa Musa died. But the golds that he might have given to the uh, in the Arab world to the people in Mecca, the gold might still be there. They might still be benefiting from the gold. But we are here today. Look, look, go to Mali. Go to Mali. The descendants today are poor. They are here in Ghana, roaming around, selling things on the streets. Yes, the descendants of Mansa Musa are spread across Africa now. They are spread across West Africa. You see them holding things, selling it on the streets. These are descendants of this great leader, emperor, whatever it is. These are descendants of the great emperor. But today they are starving. Their lands are dry. They are suffering from drought. They are suffering from hunger. They are here running helter skelter, searching for what, where they could, where they could lay, they could get their daily bread from. So, what does that tell you? As an African, your wealth needed to your own people. When God gives you God or nature, your God are worshiping or the nature or whatever has blessed you resources. That is you and your people. God has already given, God doesn't need gold. God doesn't need money. God doesn't need any of those things. Your people needed it. Your resources need to benefit your people. Not an invisible God or a being in the all invisible being doesn't need it. Even if the God is an invisible being, he doesn't need it, or he or she doesn't need that. He doesn't need your gold. He doesn't need your money. So there is somebody lying to you, telling you God needs your money, God needs your this, God needs your that, and you pack all your money, your gold, and you go and give it to that person, and their generations will be rich forever. And they will be living very wonderful. Listen carefully, guys. If you are watching me, make sure you like this video, anyways. Like this. Let's push this video out there. Today, we Africans travel to go and work for them as to go and be their laborers, wash their plates, wash their houses, clean their houses, do a lot of menial jobs. Yes, today that's what we do. Africans, we leave Africa to go and suffer for these same people, clean their houses, wash their clothes, and yet still they abuse us, kill. Even let me tell you, a lot of people don't come back alive. They are. Let me tell you, if you think I'm lying, go on YouTube and search the maltreatment of Africans in the Middle East. Now you see, they don't treat us well. But these are the people. Our people travel. Even people you think they are poor, they are not poor. They have money to travel to Mali, to travel to Mecca. A lot of Africans, you think they are poor, they are not poor. They have money, but they don't know how to. They are so. How can we be so wicked? How can we be so wicked on our own people? Why wouldn't our own resources benefit our people? Africans will travel. You will look at them, you think they are poor, but they have money to travel all the way to Mecca. This is a mental sickness. This is mental sickness. We must get like we have to solve this situation, guys. This is a mental sickness. You think Africans don't have money? You think they don't? They have it. Yes, Africans. They have money, but their money doesn't. They let me tell you, when you are an African and you are watching me, remember, if you see your fellow brother or sister, you will be like, oh, I'm gonna show this guy something. I'm gonna let me tell you that showing. If it's not a positive showing, you are killing yourself. You are showing yourself. Okay, any wicked act that you've done to your own brother or sister will definitely come back to you because you are all people from the same community, from the same lineage. Do you understand? I am a descendant of those people, those the people of the Mali Empire. Of course, I am a descendant of people from those empires as well. So if I'm talking about it, I'm talking in pain. I'm talking in pain that we had a ruler in the past who has so much resources, but the resources couldn't benefit his own people. He traveled across the Mediterranean to go and give out the resources to people, other people who don't even look like him, who don't care for him. Today, those people are very rich. People will say they are rich from gold. They are rich because, sorry, they are rich from the oils they have. At the end of the day, the amount of the resources that these people amass each and every year from pilgrimages alone should tell you that it's a business. Pilgrimage to Mecca is a business. It makes them more wealth. I wish I can tell each and every African out there who call themselves believers, Muslims. I wish I can tell each and every African out there. Are they listening? I want somebody to be awake at least. Our resources should be for us. I wish I can. This message can reach each and every Muslim out there. Our resources belongs to us. It should benefit your own people first. When you take the resources and claim you are giving it to God, you are actually giving it to people, and they are gonna use that resource to develop themselves. Each and every year, Africans travel or pilgrimage to this same ancient city they call Mecca. Each and every each and every year, a lot of Africans travel. You see them that you think they are poor, but they do have money to travel, to buy air ticket, to pay for hotels, to pay for meals, everything, and even pay for gold tooth. Africans who travel in terms because of religion, guys. Those monies, if we can put those monies together, won't we change something about our education system, about our healthcare system, about our transportation system, about our roads, about our food security situation in Africa? Won't we change that? Which won't we turn it up? I mean, won't we change it dramatically? But your money goes towards Mecca. The God you are worshiping only lives in Mecca. Is that what you want to tell me? You can only pray to Mecca, and your resources will be given away just like that. The God you are worshiping, don't you know the God has already blessed you for your people? The blessing is supposed to benefit your people. So if you would now take all those benefits and go and give it out to an Arab man, those Arab men, that is why they look at us like we are dumb. That's why they look down on us. Travel to the Arab world as a worker. They don't see you as a black person. You have no value to them. You are a slave to them. As a black person in those world, you are a slave to them. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's let the cat out of the box. Our sisters, our brothers travel all the time, claiming they are going for jobs in the Arab world, in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, in Jordan, wherever. They travel and they come back with horrible news of the maltreatment of how the Arab man treats them. But still, our people will travel with their hard-earned money to Mecca. I feel like I'm the only one talking here. Who is his children? Who says them at least? about situation. The rich man was from Africa. The name is Great Mansa Musa. But at the end of the day, I think that man was a fool. He traveled with the resources of and went out a gift in Mecca to the Arab men. Yes, to go and give it out. And we are still talking about we are still proud, and you are proud of this person that the richest man is from Africa. This is not a rich man. I don't think this man is a rich man. Today, the people, the descendants of Mansa Musa, including you and I, where are we? Now, I mean, we are even far away. Go to Mali right now. Travel to Mali. The people of Mali today, the people of Senegal and all those people, let me tell you, most of them are suffering. Let me just capture the Timbuktu and Gao today. This city, a lot of there is drought, the issue of drought, there is famine, there is poverty, and now across the west coast of Africa, most of the descendants have traveled all the way from these regions to go and be selling things on the street, roaming across the street and under this horse scorching African sun just to sell to survive. A lot of them can't even feed their families. But these are, and we are still proud that we had a great emperor. Is that fair? Is that fair to say? Because I don't like that history. Of course, I don't want people to even, I want that history to be deleted, to be erased. These are histories we need to hide. A ruler who will give Africa's resources away is not somebody I will put on a pedestal. Is not somebody I will honor. Is not an ancestor I will honor. So guys, the link is over there. But guys, if you watching me, or those of you will be watching me later, in fact, if you cannot join me and share your honest truth regarding this topic, if you can't join me, right, then it's high time you send me a token. Please give you my cash app. I hope you're not coming to troll me. Are you still there? You can call back in. So that physical VH. I don't know why it's not showing. So okay, that's the cash app, right? Click on that and then you're going to support me. Um, back in Kaizo if you're watching. The richest man in the world was Mansa Musa. Are you sure? Look at people. The richest man's people are suffering. They are spread across the surfaces of the earth. They are roaming under the hot scorching African sun, trying to sell things that they shouldn't sell. Because that great warrior, that great leader of the Mali Empire gave off his resources, or the kingdom's resources, the gold, the silver, all the great ornaments or resources, the elements. I don't know what I would call it. Let me tell you, the resources of the Mali Empire, the great ruler Mansa Musa gave it out to people who don't even look like him. Traveling all across, he traveled across the uh, the Sahara Desert just to go and give Africans resources out for free. And we are happy that the richest man is from Africa. No, that's not a rich man. That's not a rich man. He's not for us. It's not for us. Anybody watching? Anybody watching? Guys, I have few minutes left. If you want to share your thoughts concerning Great Mansa Musa, then call. Call now. But if you wouldn't call, remember to keep supporting our Frisco TV, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, who is watching? If you have any questions, just leave it down. Anyone watching, if you have a question about this topic, but I dislike the history of Great Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire. And the reason is I don't feel like he's the leader of his people. Because if he's the leader of his people, he wouldn't travel all across Africa just to go and give Africa's resources to people just because he's a Muslim, just giving it out there to people who don't even look like him. I feel those resources are our resources, and those resources needed to be given to the people of the Middle. Yes. Within a few minutes, I'll be closing now. I'm about to wrap up this show. Let me give my conclusion statement. Hello guys. So anybody wanna join the show? The link is here. Click the link. But if you wouldn't join the show, make sure you donate something to our free school. You can buy me a coffee, or I will actually appreciate the cash app. Yes, click on the cash app. Any amount is welcome. Yeah. So right now, I want to ask all as Africans, if you are watching me, there is some histories we need not to be proud of it, like the history of the great Mansa Musa, of the Mali Empire. Some of us are the descendants of these people. Guess what? They took Africa's resources, traveled across the Sahara Desert, and gave it out to people. They gave out our gold. And today, those people are rich. His own people, where are they now? They are, they are it's hard. Today, the people of Mali are suffering from drought, are starving to death. A lot of them left their home countries and are now with us here across the West African coast. Some of them, you see them on the street selling to survive, to have to their farm back home. So you see, that is why I am not proud of the history of Mansa Musa. Africa's resources needed to benefit Africans, not the other way around. Why would somebody just say somewhere and said, this is the place where God is? Come and worship God. God will bless you. And then you have people all the way from Africa. And this is like it's like a biggest scam. Even today, you will see some people here in Africa, you think they are poor, but they do have money to buy air tickets and travel to Saudi Arabia, to Mecca, to go and pray. Yes, for blessings. I don't know what they are praying for, but they claim there is a a blessing you will get when you go on pilgrimage over there. That's what they will tell. So we, in this big African world that God has given us, there is no holy place. There is no holy place to travel to. The money, let me tell you, all of that travel each and every time. We have a lot of Muslims here in Africa. If they will also will not travel from now on, will not travel to Mecca. The money we'll use to travel to Mecca, we'll put it together to be solving some problems here in Africa. That would be wonderful. Guess what? We'll definitely eradicate poverty. We'll definitely eradicate hunger. We'll definitely eradicate most of our economic problems. No African will definitely travel to the Middle East anymore for work. And then they'll go and kill them, abuse them, rape them, and that pay them because they see you as a slave. Because upon a time, there was a ruler in the Mali Empire called Great Mansa Musa, who was a fool, who traveled with the resources of Africa and gave it to them. And there was one ruler who gave even not only resources, but gave people to serve. And you want me to be proud? You want me to be proud of this man? I would never be. Anyways, time is up, guys. Thank you for being here. Those of you who will be watching later, make sure you keep supporting AfriScope TV. Remember to like this video, share so that we can reach more people. more people. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please, what is keeping you from subscribing? Subscribe. It wouldn't cost you anything. It doesn't hurt to subscribe. You wouldn't lose money if you subscribe. Just subscribe, share. Let's expand our reach. Let's let people also listen to this. Okay, even if my English is not all that fluent, even if I make mistake here and there, even if I'm having whatever mistake you found with my content, guess what? I think I still have something to say out there to people. I'm still blessed with at least I can say something that you can hear me. So make sure that we let this content reach people. Let them wake up. Let's wake ourselves up. Let's wake our brothers and sisters up so that they will know. They'll get to know ourselves and the problems we have so that we can unite as a problem. Because mentally, we are mentally confused. A lot of them don't know they have to fight for their own people. They don't know. We have to let them know that. Anyways, it's time to go. Enjoy the rest of the day. Blessings to you. Peace out.